Man, I just had to do this. I had to do this. When I seen this article, I couldn't believe my eyes. But I'm gonna let you see it for yourself.
There is more fallout tonight, just days after Governor Pritzker signed a controversial bill into law that allows non-citizens to become full-fledged police officers.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I hear that right? Did I hear that right? They're allowing, I said, allowing non-citizens to become police officers over the citizens. I said, non-citizens. Now that is the craziest, most ridiculous, most stupid, most, I'm not going to say the word, but it is a bunch of BS.
A former Chicago mayoral candidate is threatening to challenge the law in the courts if it isn't repealed before taking effect January 1st.
Scott Schneider joins us now in the studio with more on that.
Yeah, Corey, you just mentioned Dr. Willie Wilson, who says this law stands in defiance of federal law when it comes to who can become a uniformed police officer or deputy.
Well, you know what? I don't care what law stands in front of another law or what federal law stands in front of the state law or whatever law. This is just a stupid law, okay? Stupid law that makes no sense that you're gonna take citizens from the outside and put them over. I said over control of the citizens that's already here
in this country, while the bill's main sponsor insists the law is tailor-made for DACA recipients. Police officers here in Chicago and statewide have long been required to be citizens of the United States. With a sweep of his pen last week, Governor Pritzker changed that.
Well, Governor Pritzker, I'm just saying, this is a stupid idea. And have you noticed, have you noticed, well, his name's a little different, but all of them stick together. It's either Puentes or Moentes or Moentes or whatever Ted you want to look at. Okay, they all sticking together and they all be pushing for this bill. Okay, so if they can stick together, I said if they can stick together, then the U.S. citizens should also be to stick together and tell them that they can take this bill and shove it. You can take this bill and shove it. I ain't work in here no more. Now, if you agree, I said, if you agree with some of the things I said, please hit the like and maybe
As
subscribe.
Illinois will soon allow non-citizens who are eligible to become members of law enforcement upon completion of training. State Rep Barbara Hernandez of Aurora led the charge to get the legislation passed.
The goal of the bill overall is to allow DACA and permanent residents that are already able to work in this country legally apply to become police officers.
There are currently more than 30,000 DACA recipients living and working in Illinois.
Wait a minute, did you hear that? I said, did you hear that? There is more than 30,000, okay, already here. That means that they can already take over. They can take your job, my job, his job, and anybody's job. Also, okay, we need to remind our elected officials that they work for us, okay? Work for us, not the migrants. They work for us, okay? It's time to get rid of people. Let's start finding people. We about to make this personal because they just giving the whole
An unprecedented officer shortages statewide. But filling those vacant jobs with non-citizens is a non-starter for former Chicago mayoral candidate Dr. Willie Wilson.
I cannot go to China, no other country in the world, being a non-citizen and become a police officer.
Well, because it's just common sense, okay? It's just common sense that you should be a citizen of the country before you can enforce, I messed up, enforce the laws of the country.
No, I just think that's wrong.
Governor Pritzker speaking exclusively with Fox 32 last month on the challenges of finding new cops.
The Chicago Police Department has lost hundreds, 1,500 police officers. Some of that is a result, and we saw that.
Now hold on. Now hold on, pimp. Now then you just lying now. Now you just start lying because okay, y'all was the one that started. I said started to defund the police, and that's what really happened. Y'all cut the police budget. Therefore, y'all had to cut the number of police y'all had, cut the overtime, and all that other
At
good
the state
stuff.
level.
Don't start
Some of that
lying
is
now.
a result of there was a big hiring trend 20 years ago, and now it's time for them to retire.
This was just to help with officers with the shortages that they have.
Dr. Wilson isn't willing to wait to see if the new law puts more boots on the ground. He's ready to take the legislation to court.
I've talked to some lawyers already. If this goes through, we'll have to appeal it.
Yeah, if this goes through, we're gonna be in big trouble. Y'all might as well pack your bag, okay? You hear that? Pack your bag, Chicago, because it's gonna be migrant cargo, okay, in a few years.
By the way,
That's right. That's right. You heard it here first. In a few years, it's gonna be migrant cargo, not Chicago. Okay, unless we turn this around, I said turn this around. It's gonna be America last, not America first. America last.